Hey everybody, come on in. It's the Daily Bern. There's supposed to be music playing right now, but there's not. I'm trying to share, but I am having difficulty. So please share for me and get this out. We're going to start here in just a minute as soon as I get a chance to share it a little bit, and we'll have our little Daily Bern. But I'm having trouble with my technology. It's not cooperating with me. So I'm going to try to get it going. There we go. Got it up now. It'll always work out sometimes. Everything will always work out sometimes. All you gotta do is have faith. Just gotta have faith, and then it'll work out. That's what you gotta do. But let me bring me into the picture here and join you guys. And how you doing? It's time for the Daily Burn. Come on in. We're gonna start in just a minute. I'm having some lagging problems with the computer, and hopefully that's not bothering you. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm going to fight my way through this and do a burn. And we're going to talk like we always do every day. And we'll get this out. We'll get the message out there and make sure that we get this motivational show that we do every day out, no matter what technology hiccups we have. We'll get it going. We're a little late today, but thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching the Daily Burn. This is the war room of the political revolution. We gather here every day and we talk about this fight. We talk about what we're up against. We talk about what we're doing, but we talk like winners. We talk like winners because we are going to win. We are going to do what it takes to move this forward and to achieve victory. And we already are. I'm going to fix the lighting real quick. I will be right back. Share this out. Get some people in here. We're going to talk about this fight. I was in such a hurry to get going that I forgot to turn the light on. We can't have a burn without some light. How you going to see me without the light on? My hat already hides my face. But this is the Daily Burn. This is the war room of the political revolution. This is a motivational show for all of us that are out there fighting in this revolution in order to move our country forward and to change our government into one that works for the people. Because we believe we can do that. We understand that this is our fight and this is our opportunity and we can win. We can win. I'm sorry that I'm smoking. I usually don't smoke on the burn, but technical difficulties upset me. And I also had a guest drop out for tonight. I have an interview tonight and I had a guest drop out, but we got a last minute replacement. We're still going to have the show and hopefully I can satisfy everybody that was expecting the show tonight. And we move forward. That's the fun of live. That's the fun of it. And this is my little stress relief. So, and my addiction, my crutch. But this is the Daily Burn. And what we talk about here is the political revolution. This is a revolution. This is a fight. We are in a fight and we are winning. We are doing spectacular and we're going to win. And that's what we focus on here because nobody was. I started this show because nobody was focusing on how we can win this fight. This can be done. This is not outside the realm of possibilities. It's going to be hard, but everything worth having is. Everything worth having takes effort. Nothing comes easy that's worth it, that's worth anything. Nothing comes easy. You got to do the work. You got to get out there and put in the fight. Do the work. But I forgot to share this, so share it out. Get it out. Put it in some Bernie groups. Put it in some Vote Blue No Matter Who groups. Start a watch party. Whatever you got to do to get views and people in here because we got to be the media. We got to share this out. and get independent shows out to a wider audience, or nobody will see them, and I'll just be talking to myself, and that would be sad. But we gather here every day to talk about this fight and to talk about how we are winning. We are the front runners, and we need to own that and live in that confidence, because confidence attracts more than desperation. And really, all we need is people to believe. We need to inspire them and get them to believe in this fight, to believe that this change is possible, to believe that they can have better. They want better. Who doesn't want better? You know, they just allow themselves to be talked out of it, allow themselves to be convinced that it's impossible or it can't be done. You know, they're not bad people. They don't have bad intentions. They're not, Pete Buttigieg says Medicare for all who want it. Well, who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want it? Everyone needs health care. Pete, you're ridiculous. You're an establishment shill, and it shines through every time you open your mouth. And every one of those establishment shills that line that stage are losers. The only winner in this race is Bernie Sanders. If you want to beat Donald Trump, if you are convinced that that's what needs to happen and you want to make that happen, then you need to help nominate Bernie Sanders, because that is your winner. That is your clear winner. That is the only winner running in this election against Donald Trump, is Bernard Sanders. Bernie has the momentum and the plan in place to win. So if you want to win, if you want to move forward, join this fight. Even if you're upset, even if you're still hurt and upset about what happened in 2016, I understand. I get it 100%. I'm upset too. But let's move forward. Let's win. And then let's make change. Let's change this rigged election system. But we're going to have to overwhelm it and take it over first. They're not just going to hold the door open for us and be like, well, come on in, guys. We're so glad to see you. We just are so thrilled that everybody wants to participate in politics now. No, they're not happy. They're not happy about this, and this is a bad thing. They don't want us involved. They don't want us doing what it takes to win, because they are terrified that we're going to. And they know that we can. They know that we can do this. And that's what scares them. And it should scare them, you know? It really should. It should terrify them. They should be afraid of us. And it's good that they are. And you know how I know they are? Because they're pointing the cameras away from us. They're doing everything they can to make it look like this isn't happening, when we all know that it is. We all know that we are the front runners. We are doing this. We are doing what needs to happen right now. It is happening. We have 3 million people, over 3 million. It's climbing. It'll be 4 soon. Volunteering. Volunteering. We have that many volunteers in this campaign already. We haven't even started voting yet. We are in a much different situation than we were in 2016. Things are much different, and they know that too. They fully understand that we're starting out of the gate in a much better position. We are set to win this. And that's what I took out of the rallies in Detroit that Bernie just had. And even his Bernie's back rally. And then the themes and everything. His whole campaign theme is front runner. He's running against Donald Trump. He's not running against these other shills. He's running against Donald Trump, and has been since he announced his candidacy. We are going to win, and Bernie knows it, and I know it, and we're not lying to you. I'm not telling you that anything that isn't true. I'm not selling you anything that's unrealistic. What Bernie's saying and what I'm saying to you is true. This is the way that change has always taken place, the way it has always happened. It's the only way that change happens. and we want massive change. We can have it. You know why most people get stopped? Because with most people, all you have to do is tell them no. All you have to do is tell them no and they'll stop. Okay, I guess I can't have it. I really wish I could. I really would like to have that health care. I'd like to get my teeth fixed. Bernie's Medicare for All includes dental. People don't know this stuff. That's our job. That's what we do in this fight. That's our role, is to be the media, to get out and inform people, to do stuff like this, maybe not host a show, but to do all you can to get it out there and inspire people in any way that you can. Whether that's sharing the truth, whether that's talking to people in your life, in your daily life, whether it's sharing news and information on Facebook, canvassing, volunteering, anything. I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to berniesanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can help out. There's tons of ways to volunteer. You may not even be aware of all the different ways that you can volunteer and help out in the campaign. But go find out and then donate any amount. Any amount, everything helps, even $1. Donate. Help out. We're fighting big money. Big money is spending a lot to fight us, to stop Medicare for All, to stop us from winning. And they will do all they can to stop us. They will rig it. It is rigged. I'll be the last one to deny that this system is rigged. I know that it's rigged. I'm aware that it's rigged. But we can overwhelm it. We can make this change happen by overwhelming their rigged system with our numbers. And that's what we got to do. That's the only thing that will move us forward, that will help us win. Absolutely the only thing is using our numbers and moving forward united to demand this change. We're not asking. We're not looking for middle ground. We're not looking to negotiate. We're demanding this change. This has to happen. It must take place. It has to happen now. This is our time. There is no better time that's going to come along. There's no opportunity to wait for. It is here. This is it right now. We got to do it. This is our chance. This is our time. This is the fight. It's going to be looked back. History is written by the victors. So the media won't focus on it right now. They won't point the cameras at it. They won't tell people it's happening. They won't do any of that. They'll hide it best they can. But history will remember us as the victors, and history will see this as the time that humanity stood up to the powers that be, to the greedy predators that lord over us, and take back this country. That is the way it will be remembered in history. And maybe we can bring a little truth to history. Maybe we can make a lot of change. Maybe we can do a lot more than guaranteeing health care and giving people a living wage and making it to where working people can live with dignity and don't get paid starvation wages and have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And elderly people aren't cutting their medication in half in order to survive. And diabetics aren't going without insulin because it costs 16 times more here than it does all around the world. That is a ridiculous state of affairs, and we need to do all we can to make change and to change this system from this broken political system that we're in to one that actually can work for and benefit the people. It's not impossible. You're being told it's impossible, being misled to believe it's impossible, but it's not. And it's happening right now. So be a part of it. Do all you can. And if you already are, just focus on keeping your mind right. Your mind is very powerful. And when you set your mind to something and you put in the work, you can achieve it. But what they're going to try to do is break us. They're going to try to break our spirit and break your will. And don't let them. Protect your mind. Protect yourself by controlling what you take in. Don't watch the media, for one. Eliminate the media altogether. Ignore the mainstream media. The mainstream media is nothing but lies and propaganda. It's weaponized propaganda. It has been for a very long time. We can do better. We can have better. All we have to do is decide that we will not tolerate this greed system anymore. Our reality ends up being what we tolerate, what we allow. If we stop allowing things that we don't agree with, they'll stop existing. Evil doesn't happen because evil is so great. It happens because good people look away. They think, well, it's not happening to me, or it's not my problem, or, that doesn't need my attention. Well, it does. Your silence ends up being your consent. You can't be silent. We have to do all we can. We have to stay involved and stay active. Even after we get Bernie elected. Getting Bernie elected isn't the end of our fight. It's the beginning. It's going to be a great accomplishment. It's going to be a nuclear strike to the powers that be. It's going to send a message that we can do this to regular people. Regular people need to be inspired. People like to win. They like to be on the winning team. And right now, the media is telling them that we can't win, that we're unrealistic, that we're a bunch of pipe dreamers that live in our parents' basement. But once they start to see that we are winning, once that becomes more of a reality, more of a common knowledge, it should be. And if the media was real media, it would be. But once it does, once people realize what's happening and that a revolution is taking place right now, they're going to join up. We're going to win. We're going to reach the point where we can make this change happen. Hey, Royce. Royce says we are Bernie's media. That is right. We have to spread this information. We have to let people know, A, that they're worth it, that they were worth these things, that you deserve health care. It is a human right. You deserve it. It's not something you work hard for and pay lots of money for. You deserve it. You deserve to be taken care of when you're sick. And it's not free. It's using the taxes that we already pay to benefit society instead of for endless war and corporate welfare. We have socialism in this country, but only for the rich, only for those that don't need it. Just like a bank will give you money if you can prove you don't need it. Elizabeth says the latest polls show Bernie ahead. That's great. And I like that. I like when the polls show the truth. But they very often don't show the truth. And they really can't be trusted. And they're unreliable at best. And dangerous at worst. They're a weapon. They're meant to sway public perception. And their lie is going to get a lot harder to sell once the voting starts. The voting hasn't even begun. When the voting starts, this is going to be a lot harder to hide. And it was for them in 2016. But like I said, we're in a much different position than we were in 2016. Things are much different for the revolution. And we're in a much better position all the way around. Like Bernie is the most well-known politician in this country and the most well-liked. Has the highest approval rating of any politician in this country. We have a huge grassroots movement in place working right now, currently, moving forward to get Bernie elected and to move this revolution forward. We have people getting involved in government at all levels, all around this country, all across this country. People are getting involved and getting active in politics. You know, you may not take an interest in politics, but politics will take an interest in you. Whether you participate or not, politics controls your life. And the way we take over or change this system is we take it over. We overwhelm it and we take it over from the ground up. This doesn't happen from the top down. It can't. This has to happen from the ground up. And Elizabeth shared a list of polls. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Very good comment. That'd be good for anybody that wants to see that. And I appreciate her doing that. Thanks for coming, by the way. And share. Like I said, I forgot to share. I apologize to everyone and every place I usually share this to. I forgot. I forgot to share it. I was panicking because my guest dropped out for the show later on. But I got a new one lined up, so everything's good. It's just the perils of live. Plus, I have problems getting started. And we're not even streaming to Periscope right now. We're only on YouTube and Facebook. But, oh well. Things happen. We had to get our burn. We do this every day at 7 p.m. Central. So if you dig the Daily Burn, show up tomorrow. Keep coming back. We talk about this fight, but we talk about the fact that we're winning. And we talk about strategies and things we can do. Like how we're the media and how we need to spread the truth and we need to spread awareness and we got to inform people and we got to get out there and have these conversations and talk to people and tell people that they're worth more. They can have better. You know, it's not that they don't want it. Pete Buttigieg, it's not that they don't want it. It's that they don't think it's possible. They don't think it can happen. Medicare for All has an over 70% national approval rating. Everybody wants it, Pete. So what now? How do we make it happen? Since everybody wants it. I tell you how we make it happen. We elect Bernie Sanders president. We stay active. We stay vigilant. We move forward and we make this change happen. We take it. They won't give it to us. We're going to have to take it. We got to overwhelm them. Elizabeth says the voting machines are not better. They are just as hackable as in 2016 and before, sadly. People would be better served doing something about that than anything. Well, yes, and we must do something about that. But what we're going to have to do about that in the immediate future is overwhelm it with our numbers. We don't have time to change the electoral system before the 2020 election. So we're going to have to overwhelm it. Our numbers are our power and our strength. I don't care how many Diebold voting machines you have. I don't care how much rigging you do. I don't care what you do. If every chance to vote and every opportunity to vote and every caucus, every primary, every chance to flex looks like a Bernie Sanders rally, there won't be anything that can be done to stop us. The sky is absolutely the limit. That is not a pipe dream. That is just fact. That's the way change has always happened. Now, the powers that be are deeply entrenched. Elizabeth is right. And these Diebold voting machines are a big threat. We do need to reform our democracy. We don't have one, really. But if we rise up together and we stay united and we move forward united, we can overwhelm it. We can win. We can make this change happen, and we are making this change happen. So stay in this fight. Stay vigilant and stay active. And like I said, most important, keep your mind right. And do all you can. What I ask is you pick something, whatever it is, something that is, within your talents and within your abilities, something you can do. And then do it every day. For me, it's this show. For you, it can be anything. Anything at all. It can be talking to one person each day. I'm going to talk to one person each day about Medicare for All or about this or that or something to do with the revolution. Or I'm going to share news. I'm going to share 3 posts about Medicare for all and about how this is possible and how it gets paid for and the policies, etc., every day. Or I'm going to inform myself. I'm going to read so that when I get chances to talk to people, I'm going to be more informed. Because, like Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And you got to be able to explain this stuff simply and quickly and to capitalize on the opportunities that come along to spread this truth and to spread this information. And then support independent shows and independent journalists that are getting the truth out there and empowering the people. You know, that's what I believe in with Bernie, is that he's empowering the people. I don't fully believe in our electoral system. I have the same concerns that Elizabeth is talking about with the voting machines and our rigged system and all of that. I just know in my heart that if we overwhelm it, we can change it. And that's the only way we're going to change it. We don't have time. We just don't have time to do everything that would be necessary in order to level the playing field before. We're going to have to play in their rigged game. But their rigged game can be overwhelmed. Kathy says they just had to change venue, Bernie Ilhan, to an arena because of the amount of people responding to the invite. We're crushing it. We're doing amazing. And we have amazing endorsements. The campaign is doing great. We are winning. We are going to win. I fully believe that. And the only thing that can stop us is ourselves. They will do everything they can to stop us. But if we stay vigilant, we will win. No matter what they do. That's what I believe in. That's what I'm pushing for. And that's why I made a motivational show for those of us that are fighting. So that there was somebody out there letting you know that A, you're on the right path, and B, this can happen. And that's what Bernie was spent most of his time talking about in Detroit over the weekend. The belief. You have to believe. If you believe it's impossible, then it is. If you believe it's impossible, you've defeated yourself before you've ever begun. And what is the point of that? How do you achieve anything defeating yourself before you even start? This is rigged. And this is the last ditch effort. This is Bernie or bust. And there's a friend of mine on Facebook. He has a group called Bernie or Vest. It's more like that. We either do this politically or we do this in the streets. We are out of time. The time is now. And I'm sorry, but the average American isn't ready to rise up. You want to be realistic. This is our opportunity. If plan B ends up being our plan, I'm afraid for us. Because the average American and rising up are pretty far apart. But the average American and standing up for what's right and pushing for justice, that's only a little bit of information and a little bit of a push away. We're just asking them to vote and get a little bit involved, and we don't need everybody to do it. Kathy says they can't do it again. We will take to the streets. We better not allow them to rig another election in this country. And if we fully take ownership of 2016, we have to admit that we allowed it. Not you and me. We were loud about it. We told everybody that would listen. Society as a whole. The American people. Now, will that happen again? It better not. Because I think Kathy's right. I think that, you can only push people so far. And yeah, they can rig it. They can. They got super delegates. They have all the things in place. They have the rigged voting machines. They got every way and ability to rig it. And if that's what they want to do, they absolutely could. And there'd be nothing we could do about it. And we would have to take to the streets. And that's where we'll be. This is a no back down, no quit situation. No matter how you feel, you got to know we got to win this. or I'm afraid for our future. I really am. Not because of any one thing, but just because the path we're on is a path of destruction. The greedy that own us, their greed knows no limits, no bounds. They will never reach their fill. They will never decide that they've had enough. They will never correct this course that we're on towards devastation. They have no interest in doing so. They are not self aware that what they're doing is damaging the planet, is damaging the economy, is damaging humanity. They don't care. They will not have any awakening where they suddenly discover, oh, I've had enough. I've had my fill. Uh, I'm going to let this trickle down now. We'll finally do a little bit of that trickling down. That's never going to happen. The only thing that's going to make it happen is for us to rise up like we're doing and force it. Take it. We have got to take it. We have got to do what's necessary. And what's necessary is us rising up by the millions and taking it. Rigged voting machines be damned. Limited polling stations be damned. Telephone voting in the caucuses be damned. Fake polls and rigged media be damned. We have to decide we're going to do this. Put our mind to it. Move forward united and overwhelm their rigged system. That is how we win. And Kathy's right. Only Bernie beats Trump. Bernie is your winner. You want to win? You're blue no matter who? Sit out the primary or join us and let's win. We're going to win. So if you don't want to join us and you don't agree, get out of the way. Go sit down, let us have the primary, then join back with us and vote with us, and we'll beat Donald Trump. And then we'll make real change. We'll accomplish real things instead of sitting in this hamster wheel, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's insanity. That is insane. And that can't happen anymore. So do all you can. Get out there. Get involved. Go to BernieSanders.com. The link is in the description. Also, there's a link in the description to Bernie's speech on democratic socialism. Very good speech. Share that speech. That's our job. That's what we do. That's our role in this. We are the media. We got to inform the others. It is the responsibility of the woke to wake the others. No one else is going to do it. Bernie can't do it. Trust me, he's doing all he can. If Bernie could wake everyone, they'd be woke. He's been working his butt off for 40 years to get in the position he's in right now. Everything is in place. It's all right there, and we're going to win. Not Bernie, us. So while you're at BernieSanders.com, I'm asking you to get you one of these. This is the Bernie bumper sticker, the official 2020 bumper sticker, but there's different ones. Get a bumper sticker. Put that on your car. That's going to cause a lot of excitement. They call it bumper sticker support. They're asking you to do that, but I ask you to do that too. It's real easy way to support the campaign, real easy way to spread excitement. And I think it's just a great idea and real easy to do. Get you a bumper sticker. They're cheap. And if you donate, they usually give you a free one. So donate any amount. But text the word Bernie to 67760. That's going to enroll you in the official texting service of the revolution so you can stay informed. Because they are going to pull their little dirty tricks. But the texting service allows us to stay in touch with supporters and in real time. So it's a real good way to stay informed. Another good way to stay informed with the revolution and to get informed with the policies is to follow the Daily, the Bern notice and the Daily Bern. Follow this show. But the Bern Notice is the official newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. They take all the news from the mainstream media and even have original pieces and put it all there, so it's all there and you can inform yourself. And that's going to be the way that you'll be able to spread the truth, is by being well informed in the policies and how they get paid for and how they're realistic. Because people want them. They just need to know they can have them. You know, they want these things. They want health care. They want a living wage. They want a better life. They want to be done with this greed-driven system. They just need to be shown the way. And they need to be shown that it's possible. We need to help them believe that they can have a better life, that we can have a better life. Because belief is the most important part. If you believe it and you do the work, you can do it. No matter what, big or small. What we're trying to do is big. But anything is possible if you believe and you put in the work. When they knock you down, you get back up and you keep going. And that's what we got to do, and that's what we're going to do. So keep fighting. Keep fighting out there. And come back tomorrow and hang out with us again for another Daily Bern. We do this every day. And this is just my contribution. Do your part. Be the media. Do all you can. And we'll win. Not Bernie. Us. This is our fight. That's the most important thing for us to realize and understand. We have to do this. We have to win. We have to work. So stay strong. Keep working. Keep pushing. And we'll win. See you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Daily Bern, and later on tonight at 8 for Conspiracy Theories and Chill. Thanks for watching.